This is our weekly Food Truck 101, putting your food truck puzzle together. And just like the little prompt there says, start at 7, so I am starting. Just to let you know a little bit about me, so you have kind of a basis to understand where my experience comes from. I've been in the food service business for 46 years. I've worked for all those different companies you see listed there. I was generally the person that went around and trained people, or I'd be the one to come around with the checkboard and make sure you're doing things you're supposed to be doing in the restaurant. Also, I've had my own vending or restaurants themselves. When I did a hot dog cart, a trailer, we actually had a boat, and we did little sunset cruises, as you see there. We've always done something with food service for the last whole bunch of years. And then I've also written 4 books on the food service industry or food vending industry. All right, so that's a little bit about me. So let's jump into the presentation. This week, we're going to talk about marketing. We've already gone over the legal, the numbers, all the partners you need, and other support systems. Then where you're going to sell from, your equipment we talked about last week. This week is marketing. So I want you guys to think, if you're already open, to think about what your very last social media post was. And I really hope it wasn't sold out, because sold out's a negative post. And while that may be true and you feel really, really good about it, it's still a negative post. And you're leaving a whole bunch of people that are going through your feed to find out about you as a business going sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out. So they eventually go, I'm not going to depend on this guy to feed me. And they don't go to you as frequently as they would if your post had just a little bit different tone to them. So I'm going to talk about that. So when it comes down to marketing, there's really 2 aspects. You have the marketing itself, which is not social media, and then you have social media. So marketing has been going on forever. Somebody's always trying to sell somebody something. And so they would try to paint as beautiful a picture as they could so that the person would want to buy whatever they had to offer. But marketing goes beyond the one-on-one salesman pitch. It also goes to you talking to people, letting them know you exist. I refer to it as having boots on the ground. You're going to get out there and introduce your business to other people. And you do that through flyers. The old school way, print up something, put it in businesses' break rooms. Loyalty programs, that's marketing. You're getting people to frequent you more and giving them a reward for that frequency, that loyalty. Whether it's a punch card or some type of system you're doing on your POS, it's still marketing. You want to talk to people about it. So every time a guest steps up, if you've got some type of punch card or you've got some type of loyalty program, part of your interaction should be asking them, are you part of our loyalty program? Do you have a punch card? Let me punch it for you. Getting people signed up. Information helps you to market better. And having a loyalty program helps tremendously. Banners, that's marketing, because all it is reminding people, hey, I exist. Here's a banner with my name on it. Here's a special that we're running. Feather flags, the little dancing wiggly guys, all those things draw attention and get people to notice your food truck. If you sit in the same location day after day after day, your food truck eventually blends into the background. And that's just how people are. And so driving by, your food truck is now just a part of the scenery. But if you have flags out there and banners and things that are moving, at least for the moment, the driver has to look over to make sure it's not some kid chasing a ball out into the street, because that movement got their attention. So all of those things are marketing. Your wrap on your trailer, that's marketing. You're going to spend money at some point to either replace it or repair it. Marketing money. Samples, that's marketing. Getting your food into people's mouths. That is a great way to get people to stop by your food truck, if not today, sometime in the future. Radio, another way to market. If you have a local radio station that has live DJs, take them all a platter of food. Don't expect anything other than them to say thank you. Most likely, though, they're going to talk about you on that radio show. They're going to talk about, that food truck brought me an awesome burger. It was fantastic. You guys have got to try it. Free advertisement. You do that frequently enough, somebody on the sales team is going to talk to you about doing in-kind trades. And what that means is they're going to trade you radio time for your food. They may ask you to sponsor a contest or be the 10th caller and get a free meal from this food truck. Radio stations need that kind of interaction. So just because you hear something on the radio doesn't mean somebody's ever actually paid for it. They may have traded whatever that particular business sells. And in our case, we can trade them food. And we can charge them in the retail realm. So we give them, if they say, we're going to give you $3,000 worth of radio airtime, can you give us $3,000 worth of value in food? That's not $3,000 of your food cost. That's $3,000 of your menu price. So if you're looking at $3,000, then you're about $750 in costs to you as far as the food goes. So I would trade $750 to get $3,000 worth of airtime on a radio station. Schools want to be sponsored. We had a question today about that. At what point do you have to kind of pull the reins back and go, no, I can't do anything else? Set a budget. If you're going to help to promote schools and help them fundraise and those kind of things, just set a budget. I'm going to spend X amount of money this year on helping the school system. When I hit that amount of money, then I have to say no the whole rest of the year. And that's not you doing anything other than being a prudent business person. So you're allowed to say no when people come up and say, will you sponsor me? There's been many times when I've had to tell them, man, if you'd have come just a couple months earlier, I would have had money left in that budget. You'll have to hit me up next year. Just remember, come early, because the money in that budget goes quickly. Office buildings, go talk to office managers, go talk to anybody that's in charge of the building. Can I leave menus? Is there a break room somewhere? Get that conversation started. Homeowners Association, that's an HOA. If they have a very formal organization where somebody's in charge, see if that person will let you set up, or just let that person advertise you on whatever email blast that they may have, just to let people know that you exist. That's all marketing is, an invitation to please come try my food. Go to apartment complexes, go to shopping centers, go wherever people are. And I'm not talking about setting up, because you're thinking, well, Bill, that's all setting up. Yes, it is. I'm talking about marketing, where you're going and talking to people to get them to help you expand your reach to either their residents, if it's the homeowners association, or the apartment complex. Shopping center has employees. So you want those employees to come check you out on their breaks, to hit you up before their work shift or after the work shift. So you'll get your menu into the break rooms there. The same with offices. You want those office workers to come check you out. Can I please put this menu up in your break room? Because most offices have some little formal or informal place for the office workers to hang out for a few minutes before their shift starts. You want to have your stuff put up there. Marketing is all about you just getting out and talking to people. Doesn't always have to be, some great marketing program. It's just, hey, please come try my food. Now, to help out those conversations, I always had what I called a Be My Guest card. It would be my business card, but on the back of it, it would have good for one, free, whatever. And I would sign it, and then the person could bring it to the hot dog cart or the trailer and then trade that in for, free sandwich. I would give them that as an incentive to please hang these flyers up. Please let me put this in your break room, because I'm not going up to them just saying, here, do this for me for nothing. Here's a free sandwich. Would you please put this up in the break room? What it also does is it gets them trying your food, and hopefully you impress them enough that when they go back to work, they say, hey, you got to go try that food truck. I had a sandwich from there. It was awesome. Remember, getting your food into people's mouths, sampling, that helps tremendously. And so now let's talk about the one that everybody wants to know about, and everybody talks about. Get my fat fingers to make the mouse work. All right, social media. That's what everyone talks about, because that's easy. I can sit at my desk and do all kinds of social media posts. That's easy. It's not all marketing is, but it does help. So on social media, you want to be on every single platform that's out there. Now, that doesn't mean that you're posting on every single platform, but what you want to do is be on every single platform, and in the bio or the about me section or whatever the platform calls that section about you and your business, you want to have check us out on, and then send them to wherever you want them to know more about you, your website or your preferred social media. The reason you want to be on all the different platforms is, number one, you lock in your business name on every platform that's out there. Number two, not everyone is going to be on your preferred platform. You might love Facebook, but the people that you want to come try your food may not be on Facebook. They may be Twitter people. They may be Instagram people. They may spend most of their time on social media someplace else. But when they decide, hey, I'd like to know more about this food truck, they'll be able to find your link on their preferred platform, and then you send them where they can find out more information about you. So you spend a little bit of time setting up all those different platforms, and they're there forever. And you just need to update them occasionally to keep your food looking fresh and that kind of thing. But you don't have to post content on every single platform. You do, however, have to pick one or two that you are going to post a lot of your content on. Most food truck owners are on Facebook and or Instagram. Food is a very visual medium, and we can take some really, really good looking pictures of food. So you can be on Instagram, not a problem. But since Instagram and Facebook are owned by the same parent company, you can cross post on those platforms very easily. But you want to have a posting pattern. Here's the posting pattern that I recommend. Every single day that you are not open for business, at least one post needs to be scheduled to go out. So this is a scheduled post. You can take one of your off days and schedule a whole week's worth of posts. But every single day that you are not open for business, you want one post going out to remind people you still exist, and to also remind them where you're going to be later on the week when you do open. So every single day, one scheduled post has got to go out. Now, on the days that you are scheduled to open, you're obviously not telling them to come check me out next week. You're telling them to come check you out today. So you're going to do 3 scheduled posts. Again, pick an off day, schedule all this stuff. Those 3 scheduled posts should be one in the morning or one well before you open, to let people get prepared for when you are going to be open, so they can schedule you into their day. Second post should go out roughly the time that you open. Again, it's an automatic scheduled post. What this does is it reminds people that, hey, I'm now open, come down, check me out. And then for the people that are planning to come for lunch or dinner, they've just been reinforced that, oh yeah, I need to make sure I'm in that area at lunch or dinner. The third scheduled post on every single day that you're open is going to go out near the time you plan on closing, if not right after you plan on closing. This one is going to thank everybody for an awesome day. By thanking everyone, you are implying, without saying, hey, we're closed, and hey, Goofy, you missed out on getting fed today. That's all that a post that says sold out does. It makes you feel really good. You pat yourself on the back that, hey, we made a whole bunch of money today because I sold out. That's good for you. But everybody else that would have an interest in eating at your food truck has now just been told, hey, this food truck exists, but guess what? They have no food for you. And now those people have to go somewhere else to eat, because they're going to eat. They're not going to wait on you to reopen and restock your food. They're going to eat somewhere else. So now you have potentially lost out on sales. But by saying thank you for an awesome day, that implies you're closed without dangling that, guess what? We sold out. Sold out's a negative post to everybody else except you. Sold out is a tease. We didn't have enough food today. We sold out. That's all it implies. I don't know how to order food. I don't know how to cook food. I sold out. Now, that is different for people that do barbecue. Yes, you're probably most likely going to sell out and be very happy you have sold out. But most of the time, people are coming to you knowing you're going to sell out, so they're getting there early. They're getting there when they want to be fed. People that are posting, I'm going to be open from 11 to 7, you need to have food from 11 to 7. You don't want to decide that, it's a little slow at 6 o'clock, I'm just going to go ahead and close and say I sold out. Because what you've taught people is that you're not reliable. So there is a difference. Because I know all the barbecue people always jump onto me when I say, don't post that you're sold out. And you shouldn't. You should post, thank you guys for an awesome day. Please come back and see us tomorrow. We'll be open at whatever time you're going to be open. The posting pattern content now. 60, 20, 10, 10. And what that stands for, 60% of your posts should be about food. You sell food. You want your food to be the star of the show. You want people to associate great taste with your food. So the pictures need to be up close and personal pictures of your food. You don't have to stage them. You don't have to do anything other than just make the food look awesome. You want somebody to follow the Pearson Street Smash Burgers and Melts. She posts wonderful pictures, and they are taken with a cell phone, and they're just close-up pictures. And every single time we see one, we want to drive up to Canada and buy one because they look that good. I love burgers. I eat burgers all the time. Just had a burger before we started this session tonight. But 60% of your posts need to be food related. It doesn't mean it's always a picture of your food. It can be, this is how we prepare the smash burgers. Again, Chris Pearson will post pictures of their grill being filled up with buns and being filled up with burgers being smashed, or they'll show the line on their prep board of all the buns being dressed. It's all about your food. 60% of your posts. 20% of your posts need to be about your trailer, about your location, so that people can associate the visual of your trailer, because remember, they don't see what's on the inside. Only thing they see is the food you give them and what the outside of your trailer looks like. So you want to show them the outside of the trailer. This is the great food truck you're seeing this food related to. It goes to this food truck. And then show them some stuff on the inside as well. Show them your grill. Show them how clean it is. Show them when you prep. All of those things either are food related or trailer related. So that's up to 80% of your posts right now on those two things, food related, trailer related. Then 10% is about you as a person. You can talk to them about, hey, I love listening to music when I do prep. What's your favorite song? You can talk to them about, I just read this awesome book this past weekend. What's the last book you read? So you're getting people to engage you in conversation while you're sharing a little bit about you. You can talk about, today's my kid's 5th birthday. Today's my kid's 16th birthday. Look at this cake somebody gave me for my 50th birthday or my 60th birthday or whatever. You're sharing a little bit about you that turns you from being that business owner into a person. People want to relate to you as a person. People want to know that you're handling everything that life throws at you. So now you become an inspiration to people. They want to be around you because you're a positive person to be around. Share stories about you. And then the L there is local. Share things about the local area. Talk about a parade that's coming up. Whether you're going to be there, set up or not, doesn't matter. Talk about what's going on in the community, but keep it out of the political realm. You don't want to go either direction when you're talking about politics and business, because you're going to piss off half the other people. And we don't want to do that. We want to take care of 100% of the population. So we don't talk about things that are going to make people feel really weird and upset. But we do share things about the local community. Hey, they're getting ready to reroute this road. What do you guys think I should set up? That's talking about the community. I'm going to be at the parade. I got a great spot picked out. Where are you guys going to be? I can't wait for the fireworks this weekend. I'm going to be there. Are you guys going to be there? You're sharing things about the community. And if at all possible, tag the event that you are referring to. Because what that does now is it opens up even more people to see your business page because you tagged somebody else. One of the things that I noticed Chris Pearson from, again, Pearson Street Smash Burgers and Melts, one of the things she did this past week was go on to another food truck and just leave a nice positive comment. Now, again, I mentioned that the Pearsons are in Canada, and the food truck that they chose to leave a nice positive comment about was in, I want to say Ohio, and shame on me because I work with them. But that's how I was able to notice the Pearsons, because I also work with this young lady. And it was a big deal to her that the Pearsons took time to make that little comment. Hey, your food looks great. And that's all that has to be said. It shows you to be more than just a leech going around wanting people to always come and support your business, and you don't support anyone else. So that's the content pattern. Now, you see NAP or NAC. What that stands for is name, address, phone number, or name, address, and contact information, being your social media. Every single post that you put out needs to have that information on it. One of the people that I work with in Houston called me up a couple of months ago and was complaining about, man, our sales are so down. I don't know what I'm going to do. Can't make my payments. Can't pay my employees. It's just so slow. So the first thing I do is go through the social media. Two big issues pop up. Number one is they were posting nearly identical pictures time after time after time. So if somebody's scrolling through it, they see the same picture 3 or 4 or 5 times. After scrolling just a couple of scrolls, they're done. There's nothing new for me to learn, nothing new for me to see. I'm out. And if you didn't convert them in those couple of pictures, they weren't being converted to coming to test your food or to try your food. So that's one problem. The content needs to be unique. Now that's to an extent. Okay. 6 months from now, you can certainly start the same pattern all over again, because people aren't going to remember 6 months ago. But you can't have it every other day, the same picture, because they will remember that. And the other issue that this one truck had was nowhere, and I mean nowhere, did you know where they were set up at. I had to go look to see where their address was. And if you're making me go look, that's, for a lot of people, too much trouble. I'm out. I'm going somewhere else. So every picture, every post needs to have, hey, we're located at, we'll be open whenever you're going to be open and what time you're going to be open. You got to have that information there. And then, like Melissa just said, and a link to the menu. People got to be able to find that menu. They want to know about your food. They want to be able to read the details, and maybe they'll even place an order, an online order. But if you don't make it easy on them, they're going somewhere else. Now, there's a couple of other things I want to talk about on marketing social media. And it's really, really popular right now for people to want to be on the different location apps. So you have Street Food Finder and all the others. Where's the food truck? All of those essentially are guest-facing apps. And what that means is they want the guest to download their app and place an order, because they're going to get a little bit of a cut on the order through their app. And they don't necessarily have to care about the food truck. They just want a whole bunch of food trucks on the app, because when the guest, because it's a guest-facing app, opens up that app, guess what? They're seeing all the food trucks that are located near them. And they're going, oh, I think I will try that one, which is great for the guest. But it's not necessarily great for the food truck owner, who has worked diligently to get people to download the app. Say, please download this app because you can find us. And so because of your hard work, they've opened up the app and they go, oh, look, this food truck's closer. I like this food better. I will go there. So you've given away the marketing to a different truck. Now, what I suggest, though, is you be on all of those apps. Every single app that's free for you to be on it, but don't advertise it. Your time is better spent driving people to your social media, to your website, to places where you can collect information, than it is for you to drive people to a generic guest-facing app. And yes, I know that sounds really mean and cruel, but I want you guys to be successful. And I want you to be successful with the least amount of effort possible. So promoting a guest facing app doesn't help you. It helps the guest facing app. Makes all the guests feel wonderful because now they have choices. But you certainly need to be on every one of those that doesn't cost you money to be there. We want to collect all of our own information. If you got a website, give people some reason to give you their name, their number, their email address. And it could be just something as simple as join my loyalty program and I will give you a free something, cheeseburger, free soda, doesn't matter. People like free. And basically what you're doing is called an ethical bribe. I am bribing you with this free soda to give me your name and your email address. So now that I can contact you and let you know about specials and other things going on in my business. For most people, and I can't remember the numbers right now or I'd say what the numbers were, but it was a majority of the people that responded to the survey, their preferred method of contact from a food establishment, whether it was a restaurant or a food truck, was email. They felt more confident that the email was directed, number one, to them, because you can make an email look like it was sent just to one person. And they felt like it was more personable because it could be tailored to whatever their buying patterns were. So they felt more confident clicking on that link to get the free coupon or whatever it was, and then go try out the food establishment. It was a big enough number that it made me take notice, and honestly, I just can't remember what it was, or otherwise I'd be sharing that. We want to collect information. That's all we want to do when it comes to marketing. Somebody steps up to your trailer, they need to be on your loyalty program. If they're not, you want to sign them up for it. The only people that should not sign up for your loyalty program are people that are tourists, and they're only going to be eating from you one time and then they're out. And that's okay. We'll take all of those one and done folks that we can get, but we also need a whole bunch of loyal people that will come and see us multiple days a week or multiple days a month. All right, we are, if I'm not mistaken, to the question and answer part.